Demon Hour Donnie. Nobody expected it. Well, maybe you did. If you're in the Discord server, I told you probably get on the nighttime. So here we are. All right. We are going to set a challenge for the TikTok buddies, and they are going to drive the stream either all night, or they're going to drive it off a cliff, and we're going to go to bed. But we'll put it on TikTok to see if we can hit 100 followers in like an hour and a half, maybe even till 2 a.m. But yeah, that'll be the call to action. We'll get live over there right now. Anybody tune in on Twitch, it's great to see you. There he is, Carne Basada. Hey, it's a pleasant surprise to see you, man. How you been? You excited for the big game? It's tomorrow, right? It's Saturday now, so we're almost there. I'm kind of sad there's not much NFL action left, though. Going to be kind of boring until baseball starts, and the A's are going to be boring. Thick Heater, thank you, Thick Heater. Let me get the hype emotes going. Matt is in the house. Good to see Matt. How the heck are you guys? Heater, great to have you. Resubscribe. I'll get your name on the subscriber wall as we do post game. I'm glad you're here, man. Sorry I haven't been on a lot. So yeah, it's good to be on. You know, went for the vacation, and then I got sick, so I've really not streamed a whole lot this month, particularly this week. I think I've only been live, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hours, something like that, which is way too low. I like to treat it like it's at least a part-time job, if not a full-time job. So thank you guys for being here and not giving up on me or on following. Let me run this play, and then we'll go live over on TikTok. If you guys happen to use TikTok, I think all of you do, early likes and shares and everything always help a lot there. But if you're happier where you are, completely understand, and don't blame me if you stay there. All right, I'm gonna hit go live there. I'm grabbing the stream key, and then I should be all set. Rest of the way here. What do you guys think about the NBA trade deadline? Who do you think is going to be buyers and sellers at the deadline? All right, we should be live on TikTok now. Yep, I see my aging, weathering face staring back at me. Took too long to get that play in. Oh well, it's fine. It's no biggie. We'll make up for it. Been good, just working. That's really been it. Definitely excited for the game. Going to miss some of it because you have to work, but you'll watch when you get to work. Okay. Opponent appears to be user in Allen there. Oh, that was a mistake, I think. Nope. Hey. Wow. I shouldn't bet against myself. Six skills are immaculate. Somehow we got there with DK Metcalf. Hey Jason, what do you think's going on with the Seahawks? It's good to see you, buddy. In case I don't think Jason uses Discord, so I'll just kind of tell the quick story again. My wife had her 40th birthday, so I did not mean to dive the large. She had her birthday, so I took last weekend to take her and the kids to Monterey Bay Area, or the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And we also checked out some of the other tourist stuff there. So we went for like 4 days, 3 nights. And then I came home and I got sick immediately. My son got sick the last day that we were there, and I picked up what he had. So I just haven't been on much, in case you've been, if anybody's been looking for me, that's why I haven't been around. Everybody scrolling through on TikTok, please follow. The follower goal's over my head. We got to get to 100 followers to keep the stream going. I'm going to stream till like 2 a.m. locally here. So I'm going to give you guys like 2 hours to get us 100 followers. Please follow, guys, if you're scrolling through. I see a lot of new names are coming in. So you're thinking Quinn, McDonald, or Johnson. Yeah, I think Johnson and McDonald are like the guys, right? And it seems like Quinn, maybe they're keeping him as the backup option if those guys bomb on the interviews in person. Trying to hit the town tonight, but we will see. They're having an emo night tour coming through Fresno. Definitely trying to attend. Oh, that's really cool. Are there some parts of Fresno that are like no-go under any circumstances, Carne? Or is it usually okay as long as you kind of mind your own business? Because I only remember going to Fresno once. And this story's going to kind of, I don't know, I might get some eye rolls out of you guys. So young man, you know, and you're trying to meet ladies and stuff. My buddy, my best friend, he's interested in this girl, and her best friend is a guy that's into guys, right? So we went to a bar which was for guys that like guys. Which, hey, I don't discriminate against anybody, but I mean, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not attracted to guys. But anyhow, there was a lot of ladies there to dance with, so that was kind of interesting. And I always thought, like, that's probably a cool place to meet ladies, because they probably just feel like they can go in and relax and dance and not get hit on constantly. So that's like my one clubbing in Fresno experience ever. And I remember they had flat screens when flat screens were really new, and they had like Shakira and stuff playing back when she was just starting to cross over into English, early 2000s. Hey, what's up, Dakota Lee and Random? How are you guys doing? Hey, Dakota, we got to get them following, buddy. I know it's not your responsibility, it's mine, but if we can get to 100 followers, I'll keep the stream going. I'm going to give it 2 hours to hit 100 followers. Random, you as well. Tell them how easy it is to follow. Don't go where you don't belong, says Carne. Yeah, so usually, like, you know, when I was younger, it would be like go to Modesto and those areas, because it's closer out here on this part of the valley. But I always kind of wondered what the nightlife was like out that way. Thankfully, I never got into too many, you know, fights or anything like that. I remember one dude was wearing a Fight Club t-shirt when that movie just released, and he tried to pick a fight with me. I was sitting at a bar, and I never drank, but I was sitting there having a Red Bull, and he came up and tried to start something with me. He didn't realize everybody else along the bar were my friends that had came with me too. So that didn't go too far. I was quite a bit bigger than the guy too, but I guess he just was the guy that wanted to get into something. It's like, are you gonna base your whole persona off of some cornball movie? Yeah, I mean, I'm getting cornball sacked here, but it is what it is. But yeah, thankfully I never got into too much issues. But yeah, emo deal, that sounds fun. Hopefully it'll be a good time out. And of course, I hope you don't deal with any knuckleheads while you're out there. Just have a great time, Carne. If you follow, pay attention to the background, does something cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the background would do something cool. There we go, DJ D Red, our first follower of the night. Let's go, DJ. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, we need everybody to be like the DJ in here. DJ, what type of music do you like the most? Remember sneaking into a gay nightclub, one of the funnest experiences of your life for Random. He had an amazing time. Yeah, it was really cool. Everybody was hospitable. Didn't have anybody like get upset that I wasn't the same orientation, and probably was a good experience just in that you know, I mean, it was a good experience just to get out and about, you know, when you're a young person and seeing different things, but also just kind of, I think maybe it puts to bed some doubts you might have in your mind about how people conduct themselves or how they might treat you if you're, you know, kind of a guest somewhere where you know, you're the person that's a bit different. So yeah, that's cool that you had a similar experience, Random. I am a Seahawks fan. What's going on, Ryan? How's your day been? It's good. Yeah, we need all the Seahawk buddies in here. Please be sure to follow Ryan if you haven't already followed. Everybody was chilling, didn't care about who you were. Yeah, everybody was just cool. Yeah. So I don't remember what happened with my friend. He ended up getting a different girlfriend later on, pregnant, and then they got married. And I remember last time I talked to him, he kind of said like he kind of wished he had been more careful. Not because he wasn't happy with having his daughter, but he regretted being tied to that young lady. So all of you young guys and gals, you know, please be careful. I say this as somebody that is a parent, but just be sure that if you're going to become a parent, you know, be sure it's somebody that you want to interact with for the next 18 years going down the road. If we need to find him, go throw him through the bar and we'll go for you, says Matt. Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to that dude. The one that was looking to pick a fight with me. But I mean, it was just nothing. I think he tried to like come up and say like, "Oh, you're sitting in my stool" or something like that. And yeah, it was just dumb. But yeah, my buddy picked up on it really fast, and then he probably went to find the next fight of the night or something like that. Downtown's a great area for entertainment, but also dangerous. Normally, as long as you mind your business, people leave you alone, but you're never alone in those areas. Yeah, and I know Fresno, like over the years, has had a, you know, I don't want to say it has a rough reputation, but I used to be terrified of it when I was a kid because I was out here as a rural kid on the other side of the valley, but that was where we get our news from, and it seemed like, you know, there'd be a shooting every other day, every third day or something like that, and it just seemed like, man, you know, my perception being a, you know, kid's brain was like, yeah, that's kind of wild, you know, you go to Fresno and you get shot, but then as you get older, you realize, well, it's got a population of 1 million people, so it's not like everybody's getting shot all the time or something over there. And like you said, like there's some spots you go to and some spots that you don't. Yeah, exactly, Random. Be smart. Be safe, for everybody's sake, for sure. But I'm sorry, you guys are probably here to talk sports, not here to me talk about clubbing days or any of that stuff. But yeah, Carney's probably going to go have some fun this coming night. So it's just kind of finding out how the nightlife is over there, and wondering if I was ever close to getting in any trouble the few times that I've been over in Carney's neck of the woods, which isn't that far from me. We're less than an hour apart, so by vehicle if we were to drive and meet up. Devin Lee, thanks for all the likes, bud. I hope you're having a great night. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream so far. If you guys haven't followed, please be sure to follow TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube as well. But TikTok, I'm putting the challenge on the TikTok buddies. If we get to 100 followers, I'll add another hour to the stream. We're going to do like 2 hours. So if we can fill up that 100 goal, usually I have a 20 goal, but I set up a 100 goal over my head. If we hit that one, then we'll rock. We'll just keep going. I might go the whole morning up until it's time for basketball. But yeah, great to see Jason. Great to see Thick Heater, Carne, Matt, and sorry I haven't been very consistent with the streams, but got sick, and before that was on a vacation. Had a really good time in Monterey. Those of you that are in the Discord server, there's a lot of pictures I posted from Monterey. Some are in the subscriber section, some are on the mod section, and some are just in the lounge. So variety of pictures for you guys to check out if you want to. I know not everybody cares to be in a Discord, but anybody that wants to, I'll pop it into my Twitch chat, and then TikTok buddies can access Discord by clicking on my profile. My link tree is right there, and the Discord server is right there. Hey, I appreciate it, Random. Yeah, I'm glad that you like being here, and I love getting to chat with you. So we know Carne is going to be trying to go out and about this weekend. Anybody else have fun weekend plans? I'm looking forward to the conference championship games a lot. I haven't been grinding Madden that much. It feels like there's not a lot of Seahawks releasing, which, you know, they didn't make the playoffs, so that makes sense. But I went and looked today, and there's not really much I can do with the amount of coins that I have to upgrade my team. As far as Seattle theme team's concerned, I feel like I'm just getting torched defensively right now. You know, guys are running right past me. There is the Jerry Rice that I don't have yet from the experience point path. There's the new Devin Hester receiver card. So, I mean, those two would help a little bit. But, yeah, Hester is the most recent. Okay. That was like, what, 2 weeks ago? I think that they came out with the Hester. And it was weird. Like, they didn't leave a lot of time between the defensive back Hester to the wide receiver Hester. You had a dream that the Lions are finna overcome the 49ers. I'm a little surprised that the Lions are a 7-point dog. However, you know, San Fran's at home, so it's probably about right. I could see that game being the Niners winning by, you know, 17 points. I could see the Lions winning by like 3 or something too. Maybe I'll get stunned and Detroit will just go in and be dominant. So Carney's saying, where I grew up wasn't great in your town. You grew up in quote-unquote gang alley, so you're a little used to that life. Fresno's a different animal. Got some good blocking here. Oh, and we broke the tackle. I'm trying to take my eyes over here so I can read the rest of the chat, but Okoye going into the end zone. I think we'll have to clip that one. Fresno's a different animal. Just try to stay out of trouble. Even when you went dancing, It wasn't in Fresno. Went all the way over to Clovis. Now, I feel like Fresno just runs right into Clovis. I'm sure there's a spot where it's like, all right, now you're in Clovis city limits. But is Clovis like a lot more relaxed as far as like, hey, you're not from being in town or whatever type of thing, to folks that are there. Usually, I'm only over in the daytime, man. Like doctor appointments, if there's a specialist that we need to go see, or go to the zoo or something like that. Like I've never really spent a lot of time over that way. Have gone to some of the golf courses though, out your way. I remember there used to be like a Fresno Airways. I don't know if that one's still around. And of course, I've played. I can't think of the name of the course right now off the top of my head. Where they host the Save March Shootout. I think it's kind of between like the country area out there. Might be out in like Fresno County. Hey, what's up, Duck? Quack, quack. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for the likes. Yeah, great to have the Duck here. So I don't really know what I should be doing defensively. I feel like I need to play everybody way out. So Clovis is a richer area, a lot more money, a lot less crime from what you know. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that about Clovis. And then I think you've told me Visalia is a pretty good time, or you've had some good times in Visalia. Would you say Visalia is more on par with like Clovis or Fresno? Or is it just completely its own deal? Because it's what, another hour or two east, I think. The lights flashed. I'm not sure why, but if somebody followed and it just didn't pop up on my chat, thank you guys. May have been because I was doing a clip a moment ago too. But it's going good, Duck. I've missed you, man. How's the life of the Duck? Little Demon Hour stream. Hopefully it'll be a banger stream. We'll get a whole bunch of new followers in here. Of course, you guys can help. Just like Duck was doing, you know, like the stream. The shares help a lot too. What was that animation? He just kind of glided through the air for about 2 yards. Did Taylor there. I ended up in the wrong defense. So that was my fault, but I'm pretty rusty after not playing a whole lot. Scott, how can you come in here and root for the Raiders, man? You know I'm playing with Seattle. My opponent's the Raider guy, Scott. Scott, drop us a follow. Let's talk about the Raiders. What do you think about Antonio Pierce getting the promotion to be the head coach there? Are you good with Pierce, or are you hoping for somebody else? Usually when these guys are flipping the plays a lot, they tend to be decent players. Not always, but... You're a Raiders guy loving AP. You know Madden is trash. I wouldn't go that far, RGS Tay. I mean, think about yourself, RGS Tay. You're going to come into my chat and say that when I'm streaming Madden. But you're the guy that's on your phone. You're not even playing Madden, but you're watching a Madden stream, and you felt compelled to comment on a Madden stream to say that it was trash. So I kind of wonder, how's your life going? Are you doing okay? Like, I don't know what to think about you. But hey, you followed the stream, so all right. Hopefully we can be friends. Hey, what's going on? We got another Raider fan coming in. I don't know if I like the name too much there, but I'm just going to call you Eat, because it might be ETOS to read off the rest of it. May have people think I'm trying to threaten the viewers. But Eat, yeah. What do you think about the Antonio Pierce hire as well? But yeah, a lot of Raider fans coming through. So here we are. If I can step ... it isn't good, says Jason. Did have a good time in Visalia. Wasn't really around the town live, so not sure what they got going on. Without much knowledge, seems like an area with some money. EA is holding Madden back. 2K needs to take the helm. So Scott, I don't know if you knew this. 2K has a license for to create an NFL game. They've had it for a while. If you follow Ronnie 2K on socials, you're a better man than I am, because Ronnie's super annoying. But I remember Ronnie was tweeting about being back in the NFL game, and they were going to make a arcade game, because Madden is the exclusive simulation game. So they were going to make an arcade football game. However, the pandemic hit, so I haven't heard anything about NFL with 2K in a long time. Duck, hate to see you go. Love to watch you waddle away. Please don't be gone too long. I hope to chat with you even more, Doug. But yeah, we'll be around for at least another hour and a half. Mr. Still Your Mom. What's going on, Mr. Still Your Mom? If you can step in, it is a good says Jason. Love it when Jason's in chat. Let's see. Going for that playmaker play a lot, and we will get that one completed to Jimmy. They've had an NFL game before. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Then NFL, of course, got the exclusive rights going, you know, directly with EA. Whenever that was, is that like 05, 06, somewhere in there? And I do think it's always better to have more competition for the games. Although I am an EA creator, so EA's been really good to me as a streamer and things. So I don't have too many complaints about EA, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, the more games on the market, the merrier, in my opinion. Hey, we got another follower. It's Jarence. What's going on, Jarence? Thanks so much for jumping in as a follower. He wants DK to get a pass. Well, I'll try, bud. I think I had Jimmy Graham there and gave up on the play a little too fast. But yeah, we'll get DK the ball. In fact, we might get him a jet sweep here in a minute. How's your night been so far? Thanks for following. If we fill up the goal over my head, we're looking for 100. Hopefully it is accruing the way it's supposed to be. Let me be sure Tickfinity's connected there, right? Sometimes Tickfinity has a little bit of a mind of its own. But if we get to 100 on the stream, we'll keep the stream going. I'm giving myself a 2-hour window to get to 100 followers. And we've hit 100 a lot in the past on individual streams, so we can get there for sure. Cade, thanks for becoming our latest follower. How to college football live in Madden? I don't know if I understand what you're asking me, buddy. I'm not trying to be obtuse either. I'm just not sure if I know what you're getting at. I was trying to sling that to Largent there at the end. If he doesn't take time, I was going to run a draw play or something. I think I better punt now. Just down 3. Yeah, it used to be awesome. You still own a lot of their games. They've been putting out unfinished games, though, says Scott. Scott, not going to argue with you. I think all the manufacturers are kind of guilty of that, though, unfortunately. You know, get the product out into the gamers' hands. Hope they start spending money on the Ultimate Team modes, My Team modes, Diamond Dynasty, whatever it might be. And then, yeah, worry about it later. Can you re-download your Madden? Jarence, I don't know if English is your first language or not, but I'm having a hard time understanding what you're getting at. But yeah, I'm out in California. How about yourself? I'm a Warriors and A's fan. I just happen to like the Seahawks in the NFL. If we tackle him in bounds, we should be fine. He's out of timeouts. But yeah, listen, you can re-download Madden. I don't think I can go and download your Madden and see your progress or anything like that. Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm talking to one of my moderators over on the Twitch chat. He's also in the 559 area. So yeah, I'm east of you. I'm out in the 209. So I think it's very similar. I remember when it used to all be the same area code. I think it used to all be 209, right? I think the 559 is when it branched off because got to be too many people in the same area code many years back. You probably have to be in your 40s to remember that, like I am. Hey, Cade, good to have a fellow athletics fan in here. Can you join me? Can you be an EA creator? You have to apply to EA, and you know, good luck. I don't know when they open their windows and all that type of thing. Pop, if you wagered your money on me for this game, I don't know what to tell you, Pop. I'm afraid you're not making good investments with your money. You really should open up an IRA account or a 401k, and don't be betting on Danielle Freak in these games. I'm not a comp player. I'm just here to have fun and talk sports. Kansas Raider fan deep in enemy territory. Well, listen, I like the Seahawks, and I'm in Central California. It's all Niner fans out here. Apparently that wild card football game that came out was their game, but they scrapped the idea and gave it to the people that made it. They have scrapped the game twice. They are working on a game, though. So there you have it from Carne Basada. And I did play that wild card game on stream. It's okay. It could be more fun for an arcade game, though. At least I thought it could have been. I felt like the whole wild card, playing the cards part of it felt kind of convoluted. Where it should just have like bone-jarring hits and, I don't know, rocket footballs or something like that. Make it fun for kids, is what I would say. What's Cap, Jarence? Scott, thanks for the follow. How's your day going, Scott? Who's your favorite NFL team? Happy the A's are moving to Vegas finally? Not me. Maybe you're a Giants fan. I'm not happy about it at all. I hope that it falls through, and it seems like it is kind of falling apart on John Fisher right now. How do I feel about Pete stepping down? He didn't really step down. He was pushed out. I don't feel great about it personally. Hey, I don't have good defenders, man. There's just a couple things going on with it, right? One, I'm running Seattle themed team. We're not getting a lot of cards. Two, I haven't been playing the game a whole lot. So, yeah, the defense is Struggleville right now. Hey, John Fisher, sell the team. I agree with you, Cade. Yeah, a lot of news came out today, actually, about the A's. That it seems like Salt Lake City, Utah is trying to throw their hat back into the ring because it seems like it's falling apart there in Las Vegas. You're a Dodgers fan. Yeah, it seems like the A's are not getting any bites on trying to sell a minority share of the team, and where they wanted to build is not big enough for a retractable dome, and does not have the height clearances because it's next to the airport to build a fixed dome there. The A's don't seem like they have the money, nor does Bally's Entertainment, who owns the Tropicana site. So I'm still doubtful that Fisher's going to pull that off. They may play out in Sacramento though for a few years. This year is for sure going to be in Oakland. Beyond that, who knows where they might be. Definitely would go to some Sacramento games if that happens. It was your brother's birthday. He wanted to create his own character. Well, happy birthday to your brother. You got the Ravens going all the way, winning. Hopefully the Lions make it to the show. I'm good with that, Scott. I don't want to see the Niners get it, but I do know a lot of great Niner fans and friends like Carne Basada, who's in my Twitch chat. And I'll be happy for him for sure if they do pull it off. That's a nightmare scenario for Seahawks fans. Dodgers are ruining baseball. Sorry, but it's true. I don't think I agree with that. I think baseball's ruining baseball. And I think it's ruining it from the ownership groups to hiring a guy like Rob Manfred, to not having a salary cap, to allowing a contract like Shohei Ohtani's to be deferred. I think the Dodgers are just in the catbird seat, and they're smart with it. Oakland situation, yeah, it is terrible. There's plenty of us fans still out here. People have the perception that there's no fans because no fans show up to the stadium, but it's because they gut the team all the time and they keep raising prices. They drew an attendance record 2019 wild card game. We had like 55,000 or 57,000 or something crazy out there. They took the tarps off of Mount Davis, which never should have been built when the Raiders moved back. And yeah, there's plenty of A's fans around. They just need an ownership group that cares about them, and eventually to get a stadium that's decent too, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon. But maybe Fisher will get forced to sell. You were at the 2019 game. Oh, awesome, Cade. I wasn't, but I was at the reverse boycott game last season. That was something really special to get to be a part of. Jarence, I'll get it to DK when I see he's open. I'm almost 44, Jarence, so my eyes don't always see everything that they should. The stadium is trash. That's why the Raiders left and the city refused to upgrade. Yeah, I mean the stadium's just, it's outdated. It's a really cool place to watch a game. I don't know if you've ever watched a game there in Oakland. I went last year to a couple games. I still have a good time at the Coliseum, but they need something that is up to date and in decent shape. They could have kept that stadium nice. Dodger Stadium was built around the same time. Same thing with the Big A in Anaheim, and they just let the Coliseum become decrepit, and that's all John Fisher's doing. So yeah, I went for it there. It was 4th and a mile, but I felt like I didn't want to punt. Hopefully I can hold him down here on the goal line. His defense has been kind of cooking me though. I didn't see what Emmanuel did, but it's all good, Mason. If you needed to get muted, thanks for looking out for the stream. So let's see. Zach Geloff's a stud. Hope we keep him. Going to have a good team this year. Yeah, the team's actually kind of fun, right? Geloff, Lawrence Butler, SD Ruiz, Shea Langoliers. What's weird with the A's is they don't have any good pitching right now. It's almost like for granted, like the A's will have a good pitching staff. Traditionally, that's been a strength of the organization, and they're going to have to find some pitching if they're even going to flirt with being a 500 team this coming season. And of course, they've spent no money in free agency. Hey, thanks so much, Mason. Great to see you. How are you, Mason? Dodgers are playing the game the way they're allowed to play it. As they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. I agree. So Scott says, I love the Coliseum. Tool, like you said, glad to see the Raiders where they are. Yeah, the Raiders got screwed over by the A's, and it was Fisher and all them, because the Raiders were wanting to build at the Coliseum or around the Coliseum, and Fisher went and purchased half of the Coliseum share from the county of Alameda, and he didn't let the Raiders build. And part of it was like, oh, it's because we're going to protect having the Athletics in Oakland forever, right? And then forces the Raiders out of town. They go and get their deal in Vegas, and now, there's nowhere I can build in Oakland, is what Fisher says. Oh, the Coliseum's not a viable site. Well, that's not what you said when you bought half of it from the county of Alameda. The other half belongs to the city of Oakland. So yeah, I mean, Fisher's just been lying through his teeth the whole way. Aaron White, thanks for the follow. We're trying to hit 100. The number's over my head. Hopefully it's updating the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes Tickfinity doesn't always work the way it should. I can reset that if necessary, but I have my own counter to if we get to 100 by 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and I'm on the West Coast, we'll keep the stream going. If not, I'll get a little rest. My kids have basketball in the morning, so I got to be up early, but I might just stay up all night with you guys. But Aaron White's our latest follower. Doing good, getting ready to get some sleep for Mason. So those of you that play MLB The Show, and some of you on TikTok might be MLB The Show guys. I have a lot on Twitch that I know like MLB The Show. Do you care at all about the cover athlete reveal that's coming at the end of the month here? I think in 2 or 3 days. Tell them to call Carne Basada. He'll get the arm greased up for spring training. Yeah, I don't care either. I don't care who's on the cover of the games. Like, I have a little bit of interest in maybe having the physical copy. If it was a Seahawk or an A, it's not going to be an A this year unless it's Ricky Henderson or something on a legend cover. But otherwise, I don't care. I'm not buying the game because of the cover athletes. But yeah, it's always an interesting conversation though. Some people like get really into it. Mason doesn't care who's going to be on there. Jarrett, thanks for being here. I'm glad that you followed. If you look through my highlights, there's a ton of DK Metcalf clips that are there. In my TikTok videos is what I meant to say. I said highlights, but they're highlights that I clip and then I turn them into TikTok shorts and all that. So a lot of DK content for you. Hey, what's up, Jordan? How's your day going? Curious to see who it is. You'll buy it regardless. They could put Manfred on the cover for all you care. Do you remember the Manfred cover that I made when MLB was during the lockout a couple years ago? It got a lot of upvotes on Reddit. It was just a troll. Obviously, it was a troll cover that I made, but yeah, Carney might remember that throwback. Who is William Perry? William Perry was nicknamed the Refrigerator. He played for the 1985 Bears team, and he was a defensive tackle. So yeah, it's just kind of a troll card that they made. All the out of position cards come out late in the year for Madden. Just getting over a cold, and my voice is getting kind of crack in here, so I had to take a moment to hydrate with some high quality H2O. And there you go, Jarrett. There's your DK Metcalf touchdown. We're back in the ball game. All right, let me see. Is Tickfinity tracking the followers? Yeah, all right. We got 7 followers. We got to get to 100, guys and gals. So please like, share, and of course follow if you haven't followed on TikTok. We get to 100, we'll keep the stream going. I'll add an hour if we get to 100. But I'm going to go till 2 a.m. here locally. So if you're scrolling, start following. Scars in the house. What's up, buddy? Run the dime. All right. Is this the first time nearly all NFL fans have come together and supported only one team? You need to see the Chiefs lose. Buddy, if it's Chiefs Niners, give me a custom made Taylor Swift jersey. I don't know what number she would wear. Probably 87 for Kelsey, because, you know, we can't have any Taylor Swift AI stuff. She'll sue you. I don't blame her, to be honest. But anyhow, yeah, I'll be rooting for Kansas City, 100%. Go Taylor. Go Kansas City Taylors, Swifties. I'll be supporting them for sure. And yeah, Mason knew what I was thinking about. BH1423 says 22. She would wear number 22? Oh, there's nobody underneath. Good read from my opponent. I'm not getting enough pass pressure. 85 for Kittle. That would be a story and a half. She's got a whole song about filling 22. I thought her album was 1989 though, so I would have thought 89. But yeah, I didn't know about the 22 song. BH, you sound like a Swiftie, BH. Scar over here in the Twitch chat. I know the TikTok viewers can't see the Twitch chat. Twitch viewers can see you guys, and then YouTube is just lurkers most of the time. Oh, Scar made it over to YouTube. Look at this guy. Hey, I'm getting confused, but yeah, I'm good with Taylor. Go Taylor. If it means stopping the Niners. Madden, we're playing Madden 24, the most recent one. Jordan. Listen, Zach, I appreciate you, but I'm not hiring a defensive coordinator in the chat. So I'm just gonna run my game, and whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna play my old man game, is what I like to say. Those of you that haven't followed, please be sure to follow. But Scar, yeah, great to see you. Scar's agreeing with himself over in the YouTube chat. What a guy. He's got a fan. He's such a popular Twitch chatter. He's got a fan that went and got the exact same name registered over on YouTube and is agreeing with him. Yes, Jason can be the special team coach. Now I cross the line with Carter. What's the best 90 overall wide receiver? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that one. I still like the DK Metcalf for a 90 card, but I do have the Seattle Fiend team, so that helps with him quite a bit. So there goes Trevor Lawrence. I think he was in last month's or the last season's XP path, and he just can't stay up with Moss in one-on-one coverage. He's getting ran past too easily. Hey, Julian, I agree. Please be sure to follow. I love talking Seahawk football with all you Seahawk buddies. So we're going to need a miracle here. Going to need to score and get the onside recovery, I think is my best bet. So let's try. Dre, we didn't forget about Dre. He just followed. Right on, Dre. Thanks for the follow. Julian, let's go. Yeah, thanks for following, buddy. It's up to you guys there on TikTok, you guys and gals. If we get to 100 and we're on the way, we got to do it, though, by a deadline. Not the top of this hour, but the next hour. If we get to 100, we'll keep the stream going. If not, I'll get some shut-eye. But always my pleasure getting to connect with all of you guys. So, Scar, I take that to mean you are rooting for the Ravens this weekend. Dimitri, thank you for the 4 roses. Do you want me to do the NPC thing and act like I'm eating the roses, Dimitri? Because I will. But thank you very much for enjoying the stream enough to send a TikTok gift. Up the Ravens. Yeah, I kind of want to see the Ravens go through more because I think they're the stronger team. And I don't want to see a Niners Super Bowl victory. Where I think the Niners... I could definitely see the Niners getting revenge and beating Kansas City this time around. Need the win so badly, and put it this way, says Scar. ... Aiden, thanks for the follow. Keep Gino or move on. I think that's really going to depend on who the next head coach is and what the philosophy that they bring is. But if you move on from Gino, you're probably going full rebuild with a rookie, right? I don't see like getting rid of Gino and then throwing a bunch of money at Kirk Cousins or something. So my guess is John Schneider doesn't want to do a rebuild from the press conferences that he's had. So I think they'll probably roll with Gino for at least one more year. How do I feel about the Lions in the future seasons? Oh, they seem to be on the right track. I think Dan Campbell's completely changed the whole outlook of that franchise with the aggressiveness. And I think trading for Jared Goff was a really good move. I mean, they got some first round picks along with Goff, and Stafford went and got his ring with the Rams, so it looks like it was a win-win trade for both teams. If you root for the Ravens, then you might finally see a playoff win from a team that you care about for Scar. Wait a minute, you like the Miami Heat? I guess you mean just in the NFL, because the Heat have won plenty of meaningful playoff games, even since I've known you, Scar. Okay, you did mean NFL. But yeah, Aiden, tell us about yourself. Who's your favorite team? Aiden hasn't said anything yet, but he did follow. Near Zack Attack. What's up, Near Zack Attack? Good to see you, buddy. Oh boy, I thought that was going to get intercepted, and then we got tackled for it. That animation looked really weird. I got lucky. Devon, hey, welcome in. Thanks for following. Well, that thing just got completely bottled up. I'd like to save my timeouts, but at some point it's not worth it to got to punch the ball in here. Yeah, because I'm going to go for the onside, but I do have the 3 timeouts where maybe I could somehow get lucky and get it back. I've been pretty much switched cheese here defensively, but yeah, if we could force the ball back somehow, maybe we can get a game-winning field goal. Go 12s. Exactly, Jeremy. Yeah, please follow. Seahawks Super Bowl next year? I don't think so, Adrian. I hope so. But I think Seattle's kind of in a bad cap situation. Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, even Tyler Lockett. They have some big decisions to make regarding the future of the franchise, and if you move on from those guys, they don't have a ton of draft capital to replace everybody. So I wouldn't expect that much of a leap. I do think they have some great young players, and hopefully those young players continue to develop towards doing something big up there. But yeah, probably not win the Super Bowl next year. I was hoping this year they could at least get in and win a playoff game. I thought would have been a nice season, and they won as many games as Green Bay and Tampa Bay did, and those teams were playoff teams, but it's not the way it works. And Seattle's at home, and those teams they both got to win each respectively. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds. CJ Stroud, a top 6 quarterback? I don't know. I have no doubt that he will be eventually. Seemed like whenever he was out there, they were pretty much on fire behind Stroud. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit behind on chat. I'll get caught up here in a second. We are on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube all at the same time, so occasionally I get a little bit behind. Doing good. Did I see OBS Studio is doing an application audio capture? No, I didn't know that. Near Zack Attack, how does that work? There hasn't been a playoff win the entire time you've been alive. I remember the Dolphins win up in the Kingdome with Dan Marino against my Seahawks. Oh, no. All right, he'll get it in. I may as well try to score in onside again, but opponents probably got the game there. Fields to the Seahawks? No, I don't think so, Jordan. Fields to the Seahawks doesn't make a lot of sense to me for numerous reasons. He's towards the end of his rookie deal. It seems like that's a great formula, right? It's having a guy on their rookie contract, Brock Purdy with the Niners. They can spend all that money on all the skill players that they have around him. So yeah, you look at Kansas City, they kind of took a step back. They can't afford to pay everybody because Mahomes is getting the big money contract. So you go trade for Fields, he's going to want to get paid here in a season or two. So you got that right around the corner instead of getting him on his rookie deal as a rookie. Plus the guy's just all over the place from what I've seen of him as a quarterback. Maybe he'll settle in under Waldron, but I wouldn't want to give up draft capital and all the money to a guy like Fields. I'd rather just Seattle draft somebody and develop them themselves. Do I think the Bears get Caleb or Marvin Harrison Jr.? I think they may draft Caleb and trade Fields, or they may try to move back and get Harrison. I don't think you take Harrison first overall, but who knows what'll happen. Those quarterback needy teams tend to spend a lot of capital move up there. Drawn pretty thin in this game, guys. So this is the first game of the night. Thank you everybody that's followed. Please keep the follows going. If we hit 100 followers by the top of the next hour, so we got an hour and 6 minutes. If we get to 100 on TikTok, I'll add an hour to the stream. So it's like a follower-thon here. So let's see. So to be fair, they haven't won since 2000. A lot of people would be in the same boat. Scar, I'm trying to think of how old you are. I think you're in your 20s, right? I must have known you when you were in your teens. That, for some reason, I thought you were more around Chaos's age, from the old, 2K streams. Brados is in the house. You sat through 7 hours of listening to Triple J's Hottest 100 of 2023, and now you've had enough music for today. Give me the best and worst song of 2023, Brados, in your opinion, and I'll see if the TikTok chat agrees with you. How about that? So thoughts on Geno Smith? I like Geno. I think he's a value-priced, solid veteran. I think they said he's paid like the 16th highest quarterback contract or something like that for this coming season, and he performs like a top 12 quarterback based off of his stats. I think Geno's fine if you protect him and keep him in an offense that he's familiar with. Now, it's going to be some changes there in Seattle, so we'll see how that goes, because he did really well under Pete. These years that he's been there. All right, good game to the Raider buddy. He's got this one. I guess I should just let him run his play, but let me get Thick Heater up on the wall. He just subscribed over on Twitch at the start of this game. I'll get caught up on chat, and we'll keep going here the rest of the stream. Everybody, please be sure to follow. I see Tippist is in the house. What's up, Tippist? All right. First, I'm reading the Twitch chat. You're 1 month away from being in your 20s, to be exact. Wow, Scar, for some reason I always thought you're older than that. That's a testament to you being a mature young man. Dare I say that was the hottest 100 this year, was listening to the entire thing at work. Bernie Sanders meme, once again, asking me to change the booty uniforms. Tippus wants me to change my uniforms. Sean, welcome in, buddy. Dan Quinn, next head coach. I don't hate Dan Quinn being the next head coach, but I'm certainly not excited about it either if they rehire Coach Quinn to take the head coaching position. Let me take a quick look at the auction sub. If there's throwback Seahawk jerseys, I'll buy them, Tippus. Could we do a squad game in a few? I only plan to be on for another hour. But if we hit 100 followers, I'll stay on longer. If we hit 100 followers, I'll do a squad game too, Ian. How about that? Matt, what is it? Matt the Win? Thanks so much, Matt, for following, and Oshana will. Excuse me, Matthew Whitehead. I'm sorry, the name got tourniqueted, so I couldn't see all of it there. I think I'm pretty much caught up on everything. Fear v Opal. Hey, thanks for following us over on Twitch. So let's see, what am I looking for? Team Seahawks. We're looking for jerseys. Tippus really doesn't like the neon green, the action green jerseys. Type. Here we go. Uniforms. There you go. The base whites and the neon greens. Would you like me to buy another set of neon greens, Tippus, and double up the action green for you? I even like the old ones that they wore when Jim Mora was there. They had the blue pants with the green tops, but a lot of people hated those too. I'm a fan of the action green personally. All right, Scars turned the lights yellow. B Stone just followed, and he's making them flash blue. Thanks, B Stone. Greg Hardy, welcome in, Greg. So let's see. Jordan wants somebody younger. I'd be more excited if they went with Ben Johnson or McDonald from the Ravens, personally, over Coach Quinn. I feel like that's like we're swinging for a home run here. I think with Coach Quinn, maybe he figures it out in his second stint and does great, or maybe he's just kind of a middling coach because he didn't have much success after Kyle Shanahan left there in Atlanta, and of course things kind of fell apart there. When they worked together. Wow, this guy's got like 89s. I'm sitting here with my 94 being my best guy. Yeah, Belichick's interesting. I guess Belichick was ticked off that the the Falcons moved on and didn't hire him, and I wonder what Belichick wanted as far as control over the team. Raven saying, "What's the level on season 4?" I didn't look at it, buddy. I'm sorry. I got up to write down the name, the subscriber name, and was looking for the jerseys for Tippist, and I just missed that part of chat. I was getting caught up. I'm not very far along. I haven't played a whole lot this last week or two since this kicked off. McDonald could make the defense scary. Is Jordan Love a top 5 quarterback next season? No, I don't. I personally don't think so. I don't think he's probably even top 10. But maybe he'll continue to improve and flourish. I think Jordan Love is probably what we saw in the playoffs. A guy that can make some plays. That that Cowboy game really avalanched against the Cowboys. Dak threw a couple big interceptions and they got away from him. But we saw what he did against the Niners, had the ball in his hands, chance to go either win or tie that game up, and he throws into triple coverage. Pretty unforgivable in that situation. And people try to say, well, he's like a rookie. No, he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for a couple years. He's a third-year guy. He should have been on top of it with his decision-making a little bit more, in my opinion. But, I'm an out-of-shape dad sitting here in the comfort of my house talking about what he should have done, and I wasn't out there throwing the ball to you. Yeah, playing Madden Ultimate Team is what we're doing. All you want is to whoop the Niners next year. Well, I always want to see Seattle whoop the Niners, but the Niners are still pretty good. So this guy's got a stacked team. Feels like we're going to be punching above our weight grade here a bit. So let's go for it on 4th down. 20 touchdowns, 1 interception in 10 weeks. Rest were garbage that game. Yeah, listen. Did that pick enter into the season, Javin? Seems like that one struck a nerve with you. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to go to the corner and calm yourself down, Javin. But yeah, that's unforgivable, bud. As far as the Packers season went, I'm not saying they should make him freeze out in Lambeau Field and run the sprinklers on him or something, but maybe he'll get better. But people are trying to forgive it like he's a rookie. He's not a rookie. I mean, this guy's he's a 3rd-year pro. You got to know not to throw into triple coverage like that. Nice play by Greenlaw, but still, yeah, that was the worst thing he could have done. He could have ran it. He could have thrown it away. He could have, done anything besides what he did. Force the ball in the game. Byron, we're not going to chill. There's no chill in this stream. Jordan Love is like a top 8 to 12 NFL quarterback. I don't agree. Not yet. What's my Super Bowl pick? Sorry, already said it. I think Ravens Niners, and I think the Ravens win. What software do I use to split the game feed live on TikTok? I'm using OBS Studio, and there's a multi-source extension that I use to also send it to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. If you want to pop into my Discord server, I can link you to that extension. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. So order the first Jet season tickets this week. So this has to be our year. That's amazing, Nate. Congratulations. Hey, we got 2 Jets buddies in the Twitch chat. Closure NA's in the Twitch chat as well. Closure, have you ever been to a Jets game in person? Because Closure's he's a West Coast guy. I'm not going to sit here and try to rack my head for 11 guys cooking. So cooking, you can go join the other Packer guy in the corner. The Packer guys are, boy, they're having a hard time with any Jordan Love criticism in chat. Yeah, so I'm not going to sit there and try to rack my brain for 11 guys. I'm playing somebody that's got super stacked team, and yeah, you guys are wanting me to come up with all these names off the top of my head. How about everybody else that's still in the playoffs for one above Love to start? Do I think Geno Smith is better than Brock Purdy? Honestly, I think they're kind of similar. Like, if they're on the Niners, they're probably both winning a lot of games. If they're on Seattle, they're probably both 500-ish. I think even if Brock was in Seattle this year, they might have lost a few more games than Geno did. But Brock's he's playing with quite a bit of confidence. At least he did through most of the season. through the the Shanahan offense, and can't fault him if he can just dump it off for 7 yards and let his guys take off. All right, where's the moderators over on the TikTok chat? We're dealing with too many trolls over there. Some of the Twitch moderators need to make it over to TikTok. So do I think he's better? I don't know. I prefer Geno, but I mean I'm a fan of Geno. To me, I think Brock's probably a guy that doesn't thrive if he's not surrounded by all the great players that he is. Would you rather have, I'm going to ask you, Adrian, would you rather have him or Jared Goff? Like, do you think Brock Purdy would have that Lions team into the conference championship? I don't think he would. So you bought it with the Achilles insurance they offered. Goff easily. Why is your WB? What do you mean paid? Do you mean why is Refrigerator Perry at quarterback? These are probably the two best rosters in the NFC. Man, I thought Dallas had a pretty stacked roster this year. Even Philly, like I thought Philly had quite a bit of playmakers and everything too. But yeah, Dallas got stomped, and that's why I'm not like, oh yeah, let's go get Dan Quinn. I don't know how Quinn didn't have that defense a little bit more ready to go, and I know they lost Diggs, but Bland had a big season, and they had Parsons, and offensively they have CeeDee Lamb, and Cooks had a good year, and Dak. Some people were saying Dak was in the MVP conversation and stuff, and it's like, man, Dallas didn't get out of the first round, and that seemed like it was over by halftime. Be more, says Earl. I think I better just get 3 up here. This guy's got a way better team than I do. Dak is Tony Romo. There's a lot of similarities, it seems like, at this stage of their careers. I think I may have missed this right. It was laggy on the way up. Dang it. Team overall, I think 91. This guy had a bunch of 89s and stuff. This may be a short game for me. Hey, I was trying to hit the upright, buddy. Not easy to do. All right, if you haven't followed, please be sure to follow. We got to get to 100 followers to keep the stream going, and that's by the top of this coming hour. Please be sure to like and share as well. Thank you, whoever just followed, because the lights are flashing because of your follow. Latest followers paid. You're 92 all across for 3 Ian. Josh Allen is ripped. I'm curious to see how Allen does with Harbaugh. I think he might take a big leap forward with Harbaugh, because Alex Smith looked like a bust, and then Harbaugh got a hold of him, and Alex Smith had a really nice second half of his career, and then Kaepernick was so good underneath Harbaugh as well. So we got Ada E just followed as well. Thanks so much, Ada E. Yeah, I think I'll take one more drive, and if this guy stops me again, we'll just try to catch a more evenly matched game. This guy seems like he has all the chemistry and playoff and limiteds, and yeah, I haven't played. I basically didn't play this whole past week. We celebrated my wife's birthday, and then I got sick. Also, I just haven't been grinding it nearly as much. So, player on the other side may be a better player than I am. In addition, they have a much better team, so it's usually a bad combo. So let's see, Goff and Purdy have the exact same stats. Don't act like the Lions aren't stacked either. The Lions are not stacked like San Francisco. Do you watch football, or do you just make silly comments on TikTok? You're going to tell me the Lions have a running back that's equivalent to CMC? I mean, Gibbs is good, but come on. No, like Laporta doesn't compare to Kittle, and you might say Amon-Ra St. Brown is good, but I wouldn't put him anywhere in the same class as Debo. And then I don't know who their next best receiver is, but probably not as good as Ayuk. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and give you 5 minutes to see if you have something intelligent to say after that. I'm going to go ahead and concede this one to my opponent. He's playing better and he's got the better team. Hey, Fanaki's made it in. Fanaki, what's new? I saw something about the Netherlands. The Netherlands the other day. I can't remember what it was. Are you guys hosting some big sporting event in a couple years or something like that? You guys were in the news sporting wise the other day. All right, on to the next game. That was pathetic. Dak to replace Romo on CBS in the future. I don't know if Dak's particularly engaging, but he seems like a genuinely nice guy. I know he's advocated for mental health a lot. I find him easy to root for. I know a lot of people don't like Dak Prescott, but yeah, I do. I wish him all the best. I don't know that he's going to improve a whole lot more than what he is now. I mean, he's already a 30-year-old quarterback. Let's go ahead and quick sell this one, and then let's rip some packs and just see if we get lucky and hit some crazy card or something that can go right in the lineup. Don't think that guy knows anything about football. The Niners are way more stacked. I mean, offensively, they're way more stacked. He's trying to act like Brock Purdy and Jared Goff have the same weapons. The Lions maybe arguably have a better offensive line. I don't know if I agree with that either. Trent Williams, I thought, honestly deserved consideration for MVP this season. When the Niners didn't have Trent Williams is when they lost their 3 straight regular season games. But yeah, I mean, the Niners have really good skill position players. So let's try shooting our shot on some of these playoff things. Am I better off with a fantasy playoff pack, guys, or the playoffs pack? Adrian, thanks for following. Don't know, to be honest. Nothing big that you know of. Lions are pretty stacked, but not Niners stacked. If you have a good offensive line and skill possession players, how many coins do I have? 171,000. Looks like the Rings of Jupiter with the sleeping emote just followed us. Thank you very much as well for the follow. We got to get 100 followers, which is over my head, or I'm going to stop the stream at the top of the hour. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me if I should go fantasy pack or playoff pack. I'll spend the coins that I have because I'm not particularly close to buying like Richard Sherman or something. McDonald for head coach. Hey, I wouldn't mind if they got McDonald or Ben Johnson, honestly. You don't know which one's better. Let's look at the odds on these things. It doesn't look that strong either way, right? I think we're better off taking more gambles at it. You only open the mystery packs? I can't buy the mystery pack with his coins, right? Those are with training, yeah? What's the best thing to buy with training? Okay, so that is with training. Gavin, welcome in. Thanks for going for that. Fantasy pack for sure, says Sam. All right, Sam. You got my vote. Nelly, thank you for the lightning bolts over on the TikTok chat. Definitely appreciate those. 5 lightning bolts coming in, and let's be able to open 2 of these before I run out. Huck, great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the chat. Sam, thanks for becoming our latest follower. If you guys are not follow, please follow. I'll stay on for an additional hour if we hit the 100. It'll set another 100 over my head, and then I'll stay on for another hour if we get the 100 behind it. There's plenty of times that we've been well beyond 100 on stream during one session. So, Caleb, thanks for following us as well. This seems to be a fantasy of 82s that will not help me. Well, there we go. There's an 85. Started complaining about it. So, yeah, this guy seems to have some health issues there. We're going to ban them and deny the message, and yeah, I'll be sure to get you banned everywhere that I can. On to the next one. All right, Jalen Mills. So not great for what we got there. 85, 82, 82s. Yeah. Well, hopefully the next one's better. Who's my team? I like the Seahawks. I'm running a Seattle theme team. And, of course, the Seattle theme's getting a ways behind now. I haven't been grinding the game enough either, so that hasn't helped. OTB West. Welcome in, Mr. West. Thanks for becoming our latest follower. All right, so we'll grab the 85, and I think I grabbed the other one earlier. I don't think there's going to be like a set to put them in, but maybe there is. Mr. Broke, thanks for becoming our latest follower as well. Please keep the followers coming, guys and gals. We did not hit anything significant, and I didn't really expect to, but you never know. It's like getting a scratcher at the gas station. You're not going to win $1 million if you never buy a ticket. So our team will stay the same. 91 overall. Show you guys the lineup right now. Should you do Eagles or Chiefs theme? Shoot, I think playoff theme or something, if you can afford it, is probably the way to go now. This late in the year, but haven't been keeping up with it particularly close. So there's a look for anybody that just wants an overview of what we're using. So if I run into the guy like I just played that has like a bunch of 89s with his chemistries and stuff, like, yeah, it's going to be a long game. I don't know if that's a frown face or just a neutral face that just followed. But hey, thanks for the follow. You got anyone you could sell for training? Maybe do some mystery packs? Oh, probably. Next game, I'll do it, Huck. I'm sorry, I was bouncing my eyes between everything and I didn't look at the Twitch chat. Yeah, we'll go and sell the stuff off. I kind of feel like it's that time of the year. Just go low it and we'll try a mystery rip or two. How much training do I need for one mystery pack? I mean, I'd like to get a bunch of them, but I don't know what they go for. But yeah, Caleb, I'm a Seattle fan. How about yourself? Did I do the Legend solos? If so, who's your plan? Who do I plan on getting after the Legends drop tomorrow? No, I haven't been doing my solos. I've been slacking on the game a lot. They're 8,500 training. Thank you guys for letting me know, and Huck's letting me know over on Twitch as well. So yeah, I think I have a lot of like middle-ish 85 type cards that we can quick sell. Plus I have like the Baker Mayfield that's sitting around that I don't use that I can convert into training too, which is not a ton of training, but yeah, we may as well go roll the dice on it, right? Yeah, I think I have quite a bit of that stuff sitting around in the binder, so we'll just go quick sell it all and rip 2 or 3 of those, see if we get lucky on something. Thank you guys so much for following. We're on 30. If we get to 100 by the top of this hour, I'll keep going. If not, I'll get some rest. So it's kind of like a follower-thon for TikTok to keep driving the streams. Although we're also live on Twitch and YouTube. Twitch has been my main platform for quite some time. And that's not necessarily changing. It's just there's a lot of growth on TikTok. So I thought we'd put the pressure on the TikTok community tonight. You have so many coins. You just bought cards for training and rip mystery packs. Nothing good, but it was fun. Do you guys feel like they're recycling too many of the same cards right now with the Legends and things? I wish they would get even more like mid-tier players. I remember a few years ago, and this year they have Merton Hanks back in there. I forgot what they called them. I want to say it was like team captains or something, but they got Merton Hanks and they got Lofa Tutupu and a lot of those guys that were like not Hall of Fame type players, but were really good players. I don't know why they can't just go and get more names for us to have. Even if they have to spend a little bit less and drop a couple of the all-time legends. Like if we didn't have Randy Moss for 1 year or Mike Vick for 1 year, and we got 20 or 30 new guys for everybody that, you know, has their favorite team, because there's so many different franchises out there, I think that would be a better way to go for a change. The Hangover or Step Brothers, I like them both a lot. Mike, interesting name. I can tell you're a humorous guy, but I would probably go with The Hangover. No Limiteds though. Hey, Cooking, maybe I misunderstood you. I had everybody kind of being trolls there for a minute. This is not a stream where I try to insult my viewers, and I don't take too much the other way either. MCS this week about to drop the Kyle Pitts, give you the tokens to acquire the old MCS card. Yeah, do you know when that one's coming out, or what day that is? The MCS stream. Need to leave a tab open for them. Need to drop Cordell Stewart for your theme team, or Willie Parker? You want the old players? Team Legend captains is weird. Yeah, it seems like they've just redone the same guys way too often this year for me regarding Ultimate Team. Oh, Funaki, what hat would you like? I can do, you know, NFL to match with the Madden theme. I can do an Oakland A's hat. Shoot, I don't have that sombrero handy from the other day that they gave my wife for her birthday, but I got a Manscaped hat handy, so whatever you have in mind, Funaki, we can go for it. Match the theme. All right, I'll grab a Seahawks cap here in a second. Well, I thought I was going to intercept that one. All right, so Fanaki's redeemed hats off, which is really hats on. So I'm going to pause here, explaining for the TikTok buddies because they can't see what's happening. I brought with me from the hat rack 2 hats. I'm going to put this first one on, even though it's a little too tight just for Tippist for a couple plays, because I know Tippist loves the action green. And then I'll take it off for Tippist too, because I actually do enjoy Tippist a lot, and I don't want to tick him off. But yeah, I got a couple of these action greens, Tippist. Can't send the link here. Can tag us on Twitter? Yeah, for sure, bud. Same name on Twitter. Anybody that's looking for all the platforms. If you go to my profile, there on TikTok, just click on the profile picture. There's a link tree right there, and it's the same name everywhere. It's Donnell Freak on Twitter and all that. But I'd love it if you guys wanted to come on into the Discord server from TikTok, and you guys can do so there on that link tree. Wish Antonio Brown wasn't a troublemaker. You need his card in the game so bad. He's pretty funny on Twitter. I've been seeing him get quoted a lot on some of the Reddits. I feel bad because I do think he has CTE, but he even makes fun of that. He said something about CT ESPN or something like that. He was nominating an offensive lineman for his favorite snack, as well, I'll call it. But a derogatory term for Caucasian people. But yeah, he's pretty hilarious in a lot of ways too. Defense, I'm actually still using the Seahawks defense. I usually use the Saints offense and Seattle defense. I don't know how that guy got away from me with Luck, but yeah, Luck was too fast. You tagged me. Oh, thanks so much, buddy. Yeah, but people are like, hey, name off 11 guys fast or something like that. Yeah, I don't think Love's in the upper tier of starting quarterbacks yet. I know he had a pretty good end of the season, but I want to see how he follows it up this coming year. And I know they don't have a ton of high-end receivers and all that there yet. I know Bo Melton did pretty well for Green Bay. He was the guy that Seattle had either in camp as an undrafted free agent or a late round pick a season or two ago. So I'm glad to see Melton's doing well. And I'm not trying to say Love can't be good, but I just don't. I'm not a huge believer in Love yet. I think part of it is irritated with Green Bay for not finishing that game. I told the Packer fans I know I would have bought a Packers hat and worn it around here because I live in Niner country. Had they taken care of business, but of course they let that one slip. And Love was the final part of that. All right, this hat's going because we gave up a touchdown in it. We're going to go with the old Hasselback Holmgren era Seahawk hat that I happen to have handy. Do I just run cover 2? No, I run all kinds of different stuff. Packers fans say they get T Lightning in a bottle for a 3rd time in a row. Hey, what's up, Jaime? Good to see you. Those of you that haven't followed, please follow. The followers will determine if we keep the stream going at the top of this hour. We got to hit our goal over my head. Please follow, like, and share if you guys are on TikTok. The big 3. Yeah, going with the vintage one. Romeo Dalbus is insane. You think Love is around 13 or 14 right now? Yeah, I got a pile of Packer fans. Cookin was I guess not trying to be a troll, but I had 3 or 4 of them all popping off at once saying name 11 guys that are better than Jordan Love. Is well, all right, I'm not going to try to do all that while I'm playing the game and keeping up with chat everywhere, but I just don't think he's quite up there yet. Where do I rank Stroud right now? I feel like Stroud's probably top 10. I'll tell you, if I was able to draft anybody in the NFL to start a franchise with, Stroud would be towards the top of the list, though. I think he's going to just keep getting better. Hey, Adrian P., welcome in. Thanks for following. Jace says he lives in Olympia. Well, welcome in, Jace. Great to have you here. Please give us a follow. We love having the connection with all the Pacific Northwest Seahawk fans, if you're a Seahawk fan. Myself, I'm actually out in California. Jace Bloom, welcome as our latest follower. We're trying to get to 100, so we may have to break out the good luck bell to get you guys to follow too, which is sometimes a very effective gimmick on the stream. So here's how the bell works, guys. I ring the bell, you follow. You get good luck for 2024. If you don't follow, it's like you broke a mirror. You're going to have bad luck for the next 7 years. So let's try it. All right, here's the bell. You hear the sound of the bell, you got to follow. If you've already followed, you're on track for good luck. There you go. There's your cue. Don't break the mirror. Don't mess up. Right on, pretty stepped up. That last drive when it counted, Love choked big time when it counted. I mean, I really felt like the Packers lost in all three phases, right? I mean, the defense couldn't get the stop on Purdy, and the Niners, Pimp Made, thanks for following. You know, so that, I mean, San Francisco's got a lot of playmakers too, so give them credit. But, you know, the kicker missed the kick, which I think you got to put that on the coaching staff on LaFleur for running with Anders Carlson, who hadn't been good the whole season, and also on the kicker for missing it. But I mean, it's a 41-yarder to extend the lead, and then Love's got plenty of time, just first down, and he throws into triple coverage, like he was a rookie. And I think you can't give him that rookie slack, even if it's his first year as a full-time starter, because he's had plenty of time to get a few reps here and there. And he got to learn under a Hall of Famer, you know, for whatever that's worth. Who knows how much Rodgers wanted him to thrive. But it sounded like they had a good relationship. So, I don't know. I think I would be easier on Stroud making that mistake with it being legitimately his first year. But the biggest, he's got good luck. You didn't think of buying such a bell before Rodgers tours. Do you think Aaron Rodgers would watch the stream? He and I would... we would clash. We have some serious differences of opinion on things. Aaron and I do. He should come on as a guest, though. I wouldn't coddle him the way Pat McCaffrey does. So what do you think about Rodgers this coming year? Do you think the Jets draft a quarterback to be behind him and move on from Zach Wilson? I kind of feel like that's what will happen. Or maybe they'll get a cheap veteran in there. I heard the reason Flacco didn't go back to the Jets is that Rodgers didn't want to deal with having another veteran on the roster. But I mean, who knows if that's true? Could have just been some fans saying stuff for clicks too. All right, we got Metcalf close to the end zone, but he's not going to get in there. Can't wait for today. What you doing today, Jaime, that you're excited for? Cookin is a Niner fan, but it was the Packers game to win for sure. They really blew it. Yeah, and I mean, living in Niner territory, I go and walk to my mailbox. My mailbox is at the end of the street. I got nothing but Niner fans around here. They got their flags out, all that stuff, and I get along with the neighbors, but oh man, I don't want to see them all out in their front yard, you know, on a given day, smiling with their championship hat on and all that stuff too. So yeah, I wish Green Bay would have got him out of there, and I think the Niners will probably adjust and have a much better game against Detroit. Not saying Detroit can't win that game, but boy, Green Bay really had that one there for the taking, in my estimation. I didn't even sit there and watch the whole game. Signed Jacoby Brissett. Doubt that's true, says Nate. So Cookin saying they'll draft a quarterback. Tons of talent at quarterback coming out of college this year. Is it game day today? Well, today's Saturday. The game day's on Sunday. Unless you're talking NBA. I'm sure there's some NBA action. I think I just saw a Tight Spot dropping some likes in here. Thanks, Tight Spot. Let's see. So many bandwagon Niner fans that don't even know ball, can't stand it. There's, you know, I actually have a lot of 49er fans over on the Twitch side that I've known for years and years, and most of them are pretty knowledgeable that I enjoy interacting with too. But yeah, the whole territory now really belongs to San Francisco if you're in Central or Northern California, with the Raiders having moved out. So yeah, what you're saying about the bandwagon, like everybody's just breaking out their hats and jerseys and their little flags on the car windows and all that stuff, and I want to see it all get put away personally. But I don't blame you guys for being excited. It's a good time for the Niners. Title window is open, and you never want to let it slip when you have that opportunity, because next year everybody's trying to get better, and that whole team will be a little bit older, and Brock Purdy will be a little bit closer to getting paid too. Once that happens, you imagine they're probably not going to be able to keep all the skill position guys under contract. What's up, Bama girl? Tight spot. How are you guys doing? Seattle did the same. Yeah, I mean, Seattle won when Russell was on his rookie contract, right? And then after Russell got paid, it was never quite the same. They had some good wins, seasons. I think they had the 12-win season when the Rams upset us in the first round. Russ threw the pick six to one of the Rams defenders, and rest is history. I think that was the last year that they had a really good regular season under Pete. But it's tough when the quarterback's making a huge chunk of the salary cap. I'm not saying it can't be done. It's just it gets a lot harder. So San Francisco really in a good spot at the moment. Hey, Sad, thanks so much for following. Yeah, we did have a good run for sure. Now the run's going the other way, and I hate it. But it is what it is. I mean, that's being a fan. If you still like your team, you're going to like your team even when they're losing to the rival, and you have to go walk around and see everybody else being happy because they're beating up on your boys. So let's see. I'm assuming that I can apply that captain token here. Shows you how little I've been playing. Okay, so Barry does have an upgrade. Do you guys feel like it's insulting that Barry's getting a card this weekend when we have Barry as a captain option? To me, it just feels like such a kind of a dumb redundancy. And I think the one that's coming out is going to be a little bit better than the captain. So it's just like, ugh. And I know I was just on that subject like 20 minutes or so ago, but I just wish they had more names than what they do to issue content with. And for the love of God, why don't we have a good Devontae Witherspoon card already? I guess we'll get one for the Pro Bowl. But he had a great season for the Seahawks, 5th overall pick. I think he's still only got a 78 overall. He should have got something along the way instead of making us wait this late into the year. Geno wrote back this year for sure. Don't think he's the answer anymore in Seattle, in your opinion. Yeah, I strongly disagree with you. Geno actually had a pretty good year, particularly when the offensive line was healthy. He did have a little bit of a regression, but I think he's a very solid value for his contract. I wouldn't mind if Seattle drafted a quarterback, but I don't think they need to reach with that first round pick for a QB. Now, he didn't make the Pro Bowl this year, but his quarterback rating went from like 100, just over 100, to like 92. So I don't feel like he had a huge drop off. And we lost both tackles the very first game of the season. Then Cross wasn't out that long, but Lucas was never really healthy the whole way. When those guys were out there and playing, we had some good games, like the game Geno led in Detroit when they upset the Lions in Detroit. And honestly, if Lockett didn't drop the ball on the Thursday night game against Dallas, that probably should have been the win too. And Geno was slinging it pretty well. So I'm personally fine with Geno at quarterback. I think a lot of people dislike Geno because of his ethnicity, and I think that's ridiculous. I'm not saying that about you, Cookin, or anybody in my chat, but I think some people just dislike him because of how he looks or who he is, and I think that's completely the wrong reason to judge him or root for him or whatever. Yeah, I mean, Geno's not a guy that's going to like super elevate your team. He's not in that Mahomes tier or anything of that nature, but he's very accurate when he has time to throw. He does a good job of getting the play set at the line, making pre-snap adjustments. He's a lot faster than Russell was at that. Russell has that beautiful moon ball that he can throw when he can extend the play and let a play break down and something develop with the secondary not being able to stay up with receivers as the play goes on, additional seconds. But yeah, I'll take Geno any day of the week, particularly on a reasonable contract. So let's see. My man Matt Ice has made it over. You need Pat McAfee. Let's go Seahawks. Hey, what's up, Curry? Is that a reference to Aaron Curry, the former 4th overall pick of the Seahawks? So Jason saying it's dumb, it's a money grab. His points per possession was fine. Defense could just never get off the field. Yeah, that was a huge problem for Seattle. They just would give up 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. Teams knew they could get that yard on us, so they would just keep going after it on the run game. Excuse me, still getting over the cold, which is kind of getting that one to crack feeling of not having quite enough moisture to it still. But sorry for coughing there in everybody's ears. But yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, if Geno would have had a few more possessions, I think his stats would have looked a whole lot better than where they ended up. Think we need to trade back in the draft, get a late first and a second rounder. Curry, I don't disagree with you. I don't know if we'll be able to get that much value out of the 16th overall pick. But yeah, that would be nice if it worked out that way. Bama, thank you. Yeah, I actually am feeling a lot better. I probably just am not sounding great because of having that cold. As soon as I felt it, my son, the last day we were there for my wife's birthday vacation thing that we did last weekend, he woke up, he was coughing, hacking, and I was like, all right, he's getting sick. So we still went and checked out everything that day, but we have a stroller for the youngest and a wagon I usually pull the 2 bigger kids around in. So I just had him stay in the wagon pretty much the whole day and took him around. He was real quiet. And then that evening when we got home, I started feeling it. So driving home, I went and got some zinc and some vitamin C, which I think shortened the duration of this cold thing that I've had. Which supposedly, if you take zinc when you're getting a cold, it helps your body fight the cold and it doesn't let it multiply as much in the virus multiply as much like in your I guess your blood system. So it wasn't the worst illness I've ever had, but I still have a little bit of after effect on it. Hate it when I'm sitting here talking to you guys because the listening component I think is a big part of streams. It's nice people open up a stream and they have it in the background of their day or their night as they're tuned into their favorite streamer, and then I'm sitting there clearing my throat or coughing unexpectedly. It's probably not as pleasant of an experience for you guys. But hey, I'd rather be here a little bit under the weather than not be here at all. Good start to the game. We got a missed kick, and we'll get a Kenneth Walker touchdown run. I need you guys to please keep following on TikTok. We're on 34 followers. I've said if we don't get to 100 by the top of the hour, I will get some sleep because I have basketball for the kids in the morning. So I got to stick by my gun. So please follow, like, and share if you guys have not done so. We're putting the pressure on the TikTok buddies. How do I feel about losing Pete? Well, Pete's still, I guess, technically with the organization, but it seems like it's just a made-up advisory role thing. But I didn't like it myself. I understand at some point, all good things come to an end. It sounds like Jody Allen's probably selling the team in 2025, or at least putting the team up for sale, but we don't know that for sure. That's the rumor around the fan base. I feel like if you're going to hire a coach and just have him for 1 year as the coach, and then you sell the franchise, new ownership's probably going to come in and clean house. So I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to get rid of Pete Carroll and then go and get a Dan Quinn. Now, if they hire a coach that goes in and wins, 13 games or something, then new owners may say, hey, we're going to stick with that guy because he's doing a great job. So maybe that's what they're swinging for is to keep the value of the franchise a little bit higher if it's a winning franchise off rip. Plus, maybe that'll keep John Schneider his job too. How long have I been a Seahawks fan? As long as I can remember liking sports. I'm a distant relation to Steve Largent, so really the first team that I was connected to as a child was the Seahawks. Then I remember, my dad liked the Oakland A's, so I started watching the games, paying a bit more attention. Became an A's fan, probably around 85, 86 for both. But I remember Largent as far back as, my memories go, just adoring Largent and hoping the Seahawks would be on TV so I could watch him. Ariana, thanks for the follow. Hopefully I pronounced that right over on Twitch. Hope you're having a great night. Who's your favorite team? All right, so I'm going to run this game, and then I'll try to do some training packs if I remember. and then I'll probably get some sleep. I'm having a great time hanging out with you guys. Not sure if we'll make it to the big 100 followers there on TikTok, but we could get a follower surge. Don't be shy on hitting that follow button. See what happens to the lights here in my office if you do follow. Mo, thanks for the follow. Thoughts on the quarterback, Michael Jackson. And Breezy, thanks for following. Michael Jackson's a really solid player. He's not probably a guy that you want to be your starting defensive back, but he stepped in at times when Reek Willen was ineffective this year. I think Reek was dealing with a shoulder injury, but his tackling was terrible quite often this season. And Jackson went in and played pretty well. And then, like, Witherspoon got hurt. Trey Brown would rotate out, and Jackson usually does a solid job in there. I don't think he's an all-pro type guy, but there's a reason he's played over Kobe Bryant, another famous name defensive back that we have, and Kobe couldn't get onto the field really much this year. Who do I hope the Seahawks draft? Best available player. Gabe would be my preference. I think they certainly have some needs on both sides of the football. They got to get something short up there at the safety position, and I don't know if it's going to be Love and Diggs next year, and if they try to move on from Jamal Adams. They need some help at linebacker. I don't think they can go back with Bobby Wagner being the green dot player and having Bobby take that many snaps. He's a liability in the pass attack. I believe Jordan Brooks is coming up on free agency. I could be wrong on that. And we could use a run stuffing tackle. And I don't know if Seattle's going to stay with the 3-4 defense or if they may revert back to the 4-3 now that Clint Hurt won't be the defensive coordinator any longer up there. Excuse me. So, yeah, I think up the middle of the field, and then center or maybe a guard would be pretty good on the offensive line as well. McCarthy or Torrey Font. You know what? I would guess McCarthy just because I've heard of him and I've watched him play. I actually haven't even heard of Torrey, to be honest with you, Kevin. I'm not a huge collegiate fan, to be 100% honest with you guys. Don't be cowards. Use the 11-0 defense. Who would I like the Seahawks to hire for head coach? I think either Ben Johnson or Mike. I think it's Mike McDonald, right? The guy from the Ravens. I would swing for the fences on either of those two if I was in charge of the Seahawks and I had the option to hire one or the other. Before he was hired, I said they should try to go get Harbaugh. Even though I don't particularly like Harbaugh, I think he would have been a guy that would have came in and won games there in Seattle. I feel like Quinn is not a bad hire necessarily, but I don't know that Dan Quinn's is a whole lot different than Pete Carroll. And with the team maybe going up for sale in a season or two, it's like, why go get Dan Quinn to be, a Pete Carroll light or, a new fresh version of Pete, if he's just going to get ran out when, new ownership comes to town there eventually. Boy, I thought that was open and wide open on the route, but Law was able to stay underneath and stayed really paired up with the route a lot better than I expected him to. So I was watching the routes cross, and I'm seeing Graham kind of get separation, but I guess he kind of went down the field instead of going more side to side. So old eyes playing tricks on me there. Vrabel to the Hawks. I don't think they have any interest in Vrabel, to be honest with you. He hasn't been in for any interviews, and I haven't seen any tweets from Bob Condotta or Michael Smith or any of those guys that are on the Seahawks beat. Does Bieniemy have an offensive coordinator job? I believe he's still part of the Commanders deal, but I don't know if the Commanders are going to keep him around now with Riverboat Ron being out. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Eric Bieniemy. I feel like he was such a hot name, and then nobody ever picked him up as a head coach. And Liam, thanks very much for following. Yeah, I don't think Belichick's coming to Seattle. Supposedly, what was said by Jody Allen to John Schneider was to keep a positive environment kind of an extension of what Pete Carroll and Schneider have built up there already. I don't think of Belichick as necessarily being negative, but he's not a player's coach. So I think they're going to try to get somebody that's more player friendly than Belichick is. I think the Ravens win that game, Sean. If you guys haven't followed, please be sure to follow. Lockett might be on the move. You hope Chicago scoops him up. I feel like Lockett to the Kansas City Chiefs makes a lot of sense. Hey, Bam, thank you for the GG there on the TikTok live stream. If you guys haven't followed, please be sure to follow. Triple X just followed. Listen, we're not doing religion. We're not doing politics. My beliefs are my beliefs. Your beliefs are your beliefs. More power to you, whatever you believe. Or if you don't believe, that's all up to you. But we're not going to get too far off topic. You guys want to talk music, movies, favorite clothing line, you just got a new haircut, you want to share that with me, go for it. But I'm not going to get into theology discussion here. Rudy, I just timed out the other guy, and you're obviously free to believe whatever you like. I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong, but yeah, we're not going to get into that subject. So you guys both got 5 minutes off. I guess I dropped too far back. Trying to make that play. Came over from TikTok, kept lagging for you, and your dumb internet. Well, hopefully it runs smoother for you over here. Quinn and Bieniemy combo could work. Yeah, I do. I do think that would be a nice combo. You believe in ghosts, but more importantly, you think they need to believe in themselves, says Tippis. Hey, here's one I am happy to entertain. Do you guys believe in aliens? I do. I think the universe is so huge that there's probably other life out there. Now, is that one, going to be similar to what we have here with human beings and stuff? I don't know. It might just be little germs running around on some planet, 100,000 light years away from us or something. But yeah, I think there's probably other life out there in the universe. Will we ever get to connect with it and all that stuff? I don't know. Probably not during my lifetime, but hopefully one day. So Mike believes in aliens. Him does not. But yeah, if you guys are going to come in with any comments on who God is or what you're worshiping, I'm just going to time you guys out because I've already said we're not going into political discussion or religious discussion, just out of respect for everybody, because everybody's welcome here. So if we start saying, hey, do this, do that, pray to this, make somebody else feel uncomfortable, or somebody that doesn't believe in anything feel like they're not welcome here, and that's not the case. So Dark Spect is in the house, and our solar system is actually quote unquote in diapers in terms of the overall universe. So they said they have one of the telescopes, right? Is able to see so many, I guess light years back, but it's looking. I'm probably not the best one to express this. It's basically looking back into the history of time because of how long it takes light to travel to us, right? To look that deep into the universe. I think that's wild that they can be looking at something that happened millions of years ago, if not billions of years ago. But yeah, we got Dark Spectre in the house. We got the sadistic Joker hanging out with us. What's up, Joker? Good to see you. Probably my last game here, guys, if we don't make it to the 100 followers on TikTok, but we'll see what happens. Dark Spectre, did you get to win your game? I popped over there and I could see 49er George was in the title, so I'm guessing you played George. I hope you beat him. Do I generally think Geno deserves to be the starter again next season? Yeah, absolutely. He didn't do anything to lose his job. He was fine. I feel like anybody that wants to replace Geno Smith with Drew Lock or an opposing fan is just a hater. I'm not saying they can't look to improve in the future, and if a first rounder that they think is the guy to get slips to him, yeah, sure, draft him. I wanted him to draft CJ Stroud last draft, but Russell Wilson and the Broncos won the last game of the season, and that moved that draft pick that we got from Denver from 3 to 5. I didn't know Stroud was going to be as good as he was as a rookie, but I still would have had Geno as a starter for at least a season with Stroud holding the clipboard. So yeah, no, I think Geno's fine, and I feel like people that have some axe to grind with Gino are just really ignorant fans that either don't like him or don't like him, like I said, for different reasons. Bring back Rick Meyer, but I have a Rick Meyer jersey. If you hang around long enough, I may wear it on stream for you sometime, Paul. Boy, this game is just going terribly for me. We are going to fumble the ball there. We're coughing up the ball, and we're coughing in real life. Yeah, I have a Rick Meyer jersey. I'm glad that you got one as well. Mine is the dark blue Rick Meyer. So let's see. If we can get Johnson, our offense can be used to his capabilities. You feel like they'll hire McDonald. Defense could be elite again. Yeah, McDonald's done a good job there with that Ravens defense for sure. Thought I was going to get underneath that one and grab it. Yeah, we're talking to him on TikTok and on Twitch and a little bit on YouTube. Lost 24-21 by a last-second field goal. Hey, that's not a bad game. Wish it would have went your way, Dark Spectre, but there's always the next game that you'll be playing. When I think about the 94 Josh Allen card, I'm sure it's a good card. I haven't used it personally, Tony. I've been kind of falling off the game some, playing a little bit of Fortnite. Haven't been streaming and playing games as much this particular month. And I don't know that that's going to change. I'll be streaming more, but I don't know that I'll be streaming Madden a whole heck of a lot after the Super Bowl. But, you know, who knows? Maybe something will come out that'll be interesting to me as well. All right, he's not going to fumble. I'll tell you guys what, this game's out of control. Let me concede it. We'll play one more, and then we're going to wrap up stream. Unless we hit a follower surge. We're on 38 followers. We're trying to hit for 100 there over my head. If we get to the 100 before this next game ends, then we'll play one more beyond this one. But this will probably be my last game. That one just got really out of control. There's no off weeks in the NWO. B, Trevor, and Beto Bucks. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, bang. They all just followed in here just like that. Tommy, all he does is win. What's up, Tommy? How's the life of Tommy going these days? You got 100 friends that would follow you only if I was in the hot tub. This looks like it's going to be a bad game for me. This guy's got 96s and stuff. I'm just dropping off here with my my theme team. I owe Mason, who's also known as Imhop there on Twitch. I owe you guys a poll stream. I should have done it when it was still hot, but I'm gonna have to set up the selfie stick and the camera, and maybe we'll stream it over on Kick. I have an inflatable pool, so you guys are gonna get a stream from the pool one of these days. That'll probably be a Kick exclusive, because if I get banned there, then oh well. I don't plan to do anything like super against terms of service, but you never know what you might get in trouble for. Metcalf, JSN, Walker, Lockett, Gino has a ton of weapons. You think he could have done better. Listen, if you don't have your offensive line, you're not going to do particularly well cooking. How did Brock look when Trent Williams was out? Gino was down. I believe every single offensive lineman except for Evan Brown, who was the center. I don't think Brown missed any significant time, but I know he missed some drives at least during the season. He was without Lewis, was without Bradford, who are the left and right guards. He missed Lucas, who is the right tackle, a whole heck of a lot this year. And then we had Charles Cross down, I think, the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. So you're looking at the weapons, but you just sound like a fan that doesn't know what you're talking about cooking, to me. And I don't know. It seems like we may not be meant to have too many conversations moving forward, but who knows? Maybe we are. King, thank you for following, and CM Blends, welcome in. Well, he came in and I timed him out earlier, and then he came back around and seems like he's an okay guy, but now he's on this anti-Gino deal. And I mean, he's entitled to his opinion, but I just think his opinion is very ignorant, and ignorant doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means you're misinformed. So there's nothing I've heard from Cookin yet that made me think like, oh yeah, this guy really knows a lot about football. He's kind of the antithesis of like Carne Basada. Unfortunately, there's too many Cookins that I talk to in the Niner fan base, and not enough Carnes. You know, and Of course, when you're a rival fan, sometimes you just want to sound smart or sound like you're smarter than whoever you're conversing with or against. Gino's an older quarterback. Fans, quote unquote, want a young stud to build around. Big Steve, welcome in, Big Steve. Card Valley, what's up, Cards? Good to see you in the chat. This guy likes to run with Allen. I'm hoping he'll fumble up here sooner than later. But like for next season, Gino's fine, right? They're picking 16th. I don't think we have to force getting like McCarthy from Michigan and turning over the team to McCarthy or something. Why am I using your team? Go 12s. I'm a Seahawk fan as well. Good to see you there, Emerald City. Please be sure to follow if you haven't done so. David's saying go Hawks. Let's go, David. This guy's putting some pretty good moves on me here. Unless your team botches it, regardless, aka like the Bears. Emerald, thanks for the follow. Bears are in great shape right now. I'm curious to see what you guys do this coming draft. You got a team that was playing pretty hot down the stretch. There's a lot of talent there, and you got all the draft capital in the world this coming draft. Now they got to make the right pick or the right trade to take it into contention. Need a tutorial on the best abilities to use on your cards. Man, they change them up a little bit every year, and it seems like whatever was really good one season may not be as effective as the next. I know set feet lead is still very popular for quarterbacks. Pacheco is running tough for sure. Gunslinger is still a good one on quarterbacks as well. Lurker is good on linebackers. If your linebacker can be equipped with Lurker on him. Jordan, thank you for becoming our latest follower. Drew Lock went off. He had a solid game against the Eagles. Looked terrible the week prior against San Francisco, though. Even against the Eagles, he threw a handful of balls that could have been interceptions, including on that game-winning drive. I like Drew. His post-game speech was one of my favorite things from this past season, but I imagine Drew's going to move on to greener pastures now and have a shot to start somewhere. Hey, TFK, thank you very much for the heart me, and David, thank you for hitting that follow button. Make the right part is my issue, Danielle. Not sure we can actually do that, says Dark Spectre. Hey, TFK, thanks for following as well. You got the lights flashing in here with the follow and with the gift. Might be a sweaty game because this guy seems to run a lot. Yeah, I got a couple of hits on Allen. I thought the ball would pop free, but he's good with the hard cut and everything. Yeah, I think Gino's fine, man. I really do. And it's not like I'm saying, oh, yeah, Gino should be the MVP or, Gino's unstoppable or anything. But he's on a reasonable contract. Geno Smith isn't paid up there with the Mahomes and Tuas and all that stuff. You can win with Geno on that contract if you put enough talent around him. Had that one run with Allen where he made a pretty nasty cut left. Indeed he did. All right, we'll see if this game turns back my way. We've made it to 47 followers. We got to hit 100 before this game concludes if we're going to keep the stream going. If not, I'm going to get some rest. I do have youth basketball to go enjoy. My kids are playing tomorrow, so they get started early, unfortunately. Like, I think the morning is fine, but I don't think 4-year-olds need to be playing at 8 a.m., which seems really early to me. But not going to change because I'm complaining about it. TikTok 567, thanks for the follow. Going to get some rest himself is Dark Spectre. Hey, everybody be sure to follow Dark Spectre. If you guys haven't done so, you can do so right there. I threw that right at the defender. He's getting after me here with the pass pressure. I've ran the same play a bunch of times in a row, so maybe that's not the smartest thing to do. One of those dads in the stands yelling at the coach to put his kid in and then yelling at the refs for not calling the fouls. Not at all. Now maybe when they get older I might get that way, but I just want them to have a good time and to enjoy the camaraderie of being with each other and get some exercise and all that. My older of the two girls is really competitive. The youngest one was just a little too young to get onto basketball this year, but she will be old enough to be in t-ball. So I think the girls will get to play as teammates this coming t-ball season. That was a terrible offensive drive. Kept thinking I was having somebody open, boy. His defenders were just shedding my offensive lineman way too quickly. Have to keep in additional blockers next game or next drive. Pacheco, like you guys were saying, he's running hard with him, and there he goes. How'd I get the jerseys? They're back on the auction house. That's where I got them initially. See, tips. Other people like these jerseys, even though we're getting stomped in them at the moment. Hey, yeah, Lewis, please be sure to follow if you haven't done so. All right, he'll miss the kick. There's the first good news of this game for me. Buddy, I feel like I can't even scramble. He's just flying in on me. No, I'm on PlayStation Emerald. Lewis, thanks for the big follow. All right, hopefully this will be a better drive here. But yeah, my team's a little dated, and I'm definitely a little dated. So we'll see how this goes. We'll look to make some adjustments. Pretty sure my opponent had the ball first, so we could bookend touchdowns and be fine. Just looking for a crossing route play. That wasn't the one that I was looking for, but we'll see how this goes. Went audible to a run because wanted to keep additional blocking it. Scramble as soon as you snap it, says OG. OG, I'm not looking for an offensive coordinator. It's going to be Jason V. Larson from the Twitch chat. Somebody buy the Puka. It's okay. Just got an auction ban. 95 overall is worthless. Why'd you get an auction ban? There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Tippa says, I just want everybody to know the movie Little Giants is free on YouTube and should be seen by everyone. I might watch it tomorrow night. Might show it to the little giants in this household. There goes Steve Largent. We hit him with the hezzy. Got a few more yards. So hoping to take that one to the house. Anthony K, do you think I'm concerned about you selling your Puka on the auction house when you haven't even followed the stream? Jacob, I'm assuming you mean because he's no longer the head coach, but don't come in with RIP Pete like he's passed away. Use better phrasing. Steve's my guy. Yeah, love Steve Largent. But Anthony, yeah, thanks for the big follow, bud. Now I'm happy to talk about your Puka card. Everybody go buy that card for my man to cash in on. Steve Smallgent, how dare you, Tippist? Let's not get that started. JJ with the follow. What's up, JJ? Who's your favorite team? If you have a favorite team, you might just be cruising TikTok and hanging out with us. Yeah, I wasn't in favor of your card selling until you hit that follow, but now it's like, hey, everybody go buy this card. There's got to be a Ram theme teamer around here somewhere. And Jay just followed. Let's go. We got the triple J's in here. It used to be was it Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, and Jim Jackson were the triple J's for the Dallas Mavericks. We got JJ and Jay just followed, so our own version of the triple J's coming through on chat. You're from the D, right on. How's everything out that way? I read some article about Detroit and just I think it was like regarding law enforcement, and people don't necessarily wait for a police officer. If you're trying to like shoplift from a lady and people in Detroit see you messing around, they'll just kind of beat the heck out of you and handle it themselves out there in Detroit. I think that the post was on Reddit was like, why is there more pickpockets in Europe than in the United States? And I think there are some pickpockets out here, but it's not super common. And then people were weighing in from Detroit about like, yeah, don't try that out there. Lions making history. Never saw the city like this. Man, I hope they can keep it going against the Niners. I'm anti-Niners for sure as a Seahawks fan, particularly living in Niner territory. Your name starts with a J. Yes, it does. A little disappointed I wasn't able to punch that in. But it is what it is. Flag on the play. I'm guessing I committed DPI, but I don't really know what I did wrong. Yep, that's what it was called. How much are the Lions winning by Sunday, says Fantastic Duo. JJ, gotta let him know. Fantastic's a Niner fan who's over on the Twitch chat. I think if they win, honestly, I think they win by like 3 points. I would be shocked if it was a Lion blowout. I can see the Niners blowing that game out, though. Packers had one job to do, and they let it slip. Dang it, Green Bay. Speaking of let it slip, man, the San Francisco, the Golden State Warriors were so close last night. Fantastic. God, I was hoping they were going to get back-to-back games and get some momentum going there. And, of course, it had to be the Kings. And I know some fans like the Kings and the Warriors, but I don't. I'd love to see the Kings get beat. CD Deuce locks up your backup running back Debo. Well, all right, I'll relay the message. I don't know that that'll happen, but we'll see. Now Debo is injured, but he's supposedly back to practice and bringing the juice to practice, is what I read. That last turnover by Curry, yeah, it was painful. The play before was kind of bad. The Sabonis smacked Curry in the face and then didn't call a foul on it too. I guess the 2-minute report came out and said it wasn't a foul, it was incidental contact, but man, it looked intentional to me from Sabonis. And then Warriors are kind of arguing and complaining, and Kings got just a wide open dunk off of it. The Kuminga play wasn't very good either when Harrison Barnes blocked him. Feels like Barnes brings out his best games against us now, like he wants to prove a point that he, should have stuck around for the dynasty or something. Thank you for whoever bought it, win stream. Hey, thanks, Anthony. I'm glad somebody bought your card. Hopefully this game stays competitive, because this is my last game of the night, I think. Hope everybody in the Twitch chat will follow Bama, and fantastic. I didn't mean to run commit, guys. I guess the only good thing is I gave myself some time back the other way, but not good. We do have the ball here and coming out, so we'll see if we can climb back in, but this is getting ugly. I was just trying to be sure to press the receivers. I wasn't trying to commit to them. Oh well. Hey Griffin, thanks for the follow. How's your day been, Griffin? All right. Montana, he was a Kansas City Chief. I remember those days. He's there on the hold for that kick to go through. Is anybody doing like a watch party, having friends over, ordering snacks? Or are you guys going to go out to Buffalo Wild Wings or something similar for the championship games? I'll probably do a little party for the kids and Mrs. Donnie for the Super Bowl, but I don't think the kids particularly care about commercials yet. My wife kind of watches for the halftime show, depending who's doing it. I don't remember who's doing the halftime show this year. I think Reba McEntire is supposed to sing the anthem, right? Usher. Yeah, Usher's got a pretty good catalog. That could be a good show. Hey Tyler, thanks for the like. Good man, hope you're doing well. Wanted to stop in and say go Broncos, as hard as that is to say. What do you think is going to happen at quarterback for the Broncos? You're in the final 32 tomorrow in MCS. Wish you luck. Hey, good luck, man. I hope you do great. As you can tell, I'm not anywhere close to that serious of a Madden player. But yeah, I hope you go and smash everybody there in the MCS tournament. Gonna run up and clock it and maybe try to get a shot at the end zone here. I don't really know if I should. This guy's defense has been crazy. X Taylor. Hey, thanks for the share. Then Tyler, thanks again for the likes there. If you had to guess, you bet we get to go one of the top Qs in the first round this year. You bet it's Knicks. I was looking at chat too long and I took a delay game. Man, I will be disappointed if Seattle takes Bo Nix with the 16th pick. Not because I dislike Bo Nix, I just feel like that would be a bit of a reach if they were to take him there. Hey, Fantastic, do you think J.J. McCarthy should be a first-round pick? Because I saw Mel Kiper projected him to Seattle. I didn't think he looked that great, as like an NFL prospect, but I didn't watch him a whole heck of a lot throughout his collegiate career either. So maybe I'm completely wrong on him. Imagine if Taylor Swift did a surprise performance during her song "Shirtless." Jason Kelce rises from under the stage and pounds a beer on stage. That would be peak hilariousness if it's the Ravens in the Super Bowl for the AFC. I almost feel like they're going to try to get her to do something if it's the Chiefs getting in there. You think he's worthy, but no NFL draft expert. Hey, you're more dialed into the college game than I am, for sure. Griffin says, God, I hate JJ. Dude is not an NFL quarterback. I don't know that I feel that strongly against him either. I don't know. I think if Seattle gets him, I'm just going to go, man, I hope we didn't reach right there, is going to be my feeling. Cookin saying he will not translate to the NFL. I'm right about that one. Michigan fan, and you say he's an early second rounder at best. Our RJJ in chat. Let's see if I found something there with the crossers against this guy. He's been just kind of sitting in the house, and why not? It was working for him there early. Mr. Mime Jr. just appeared in the Twitch chat. Now, at that time, he kept a receiver a defender in zone, almost threw a pick. Let's see if I can get Kenneth Walker out to the outside. Why is it when I hit square, and it's supposed to be run after the catch, they go into these flop on the ground animations? What am I supposed to do there, guys? I feel like it's been happening the whole season. Like, I definitely think I made a touchdown play, and then he just throws himself on the ground. Like, thanks so much, bud. Alright, so we'll just get there. You can't tap square only one time. I only tapped it once. Am I supposed to hold on to it or something? When you tap water while running, you'll fall? What? Hey, what's up, Zach Attack? Must have been autocorrect getting our buddy there. Put your catches on aggressive. And Metcalf can't hang on. Tap water while running is crazy. Little Jay, thanks for following us over on Twitch. Zach, I've been thinking about you. What's new with Zach? I try to get it out there too fast to Christian McCoy. Definitely feels in my mind like I need to go for a touchdown drive here. So, put the catches on aggressive. Maybe that'll help. But yeah, I just thought like, oh, all right, that's a touchdown. Then obviously it wasn't. You get Largent running through. That time I did possession catch because I just was trying to hang on to the ball. Hopefully it was going to get through there. So that I'm more like, okay, yeah, I went possession catch. But if I'm trying to get run after the catch, I don't know why they go into the fall on the ground animation so often. Do I press my controller? Press your controller in like you would do on defense. I don't know, buddy. iUbs, thank you for becoming a friend that shared the video, the TikTok live video. I hope you'll also become a follower. I saw you were pretty excited about SGA on Twitter, Zach Attack. I couldn't say I was excited for him because that was Curry's spot as a Western Conference starter, but SGA and Luka have both been very deserving this year. I don't know. I'm down 14. I think I gotta go for this. Trying to high point it to Jimmy, and the thing just went high pointing all the way up there. You have a PSA 10 SGA rookie card. This tip is. Hey, what's up, Lewis? How's your day going? Just hoping to get that ball to pop free on a fumble. Surprised he went no huddle here. It's during the game situation, but it is what it is. I was trying to go around the offensive lineman once I realized it was a pass and pursue Allen, and Woodson just stopped. He just turned into a statue, which isn't what we wanted. Doing good, and your day's really good. Hey, great to have you in chat. I'm guessing you're telling me how to set up the aggressive catching OG. I can do it from the coach adjustments too, right? I'm assuming. And then we got near Zach Attack coming through on TikTok as well. And that time overdid it and went with the unintentional run commit. I've been doing that like at least once a stream. That's I think twice in this game. I'll take one more drive just to chat with you guys a bit longer, and then we'll wrap up here for the day, and I'll get ready for youth basketball tomorrow. So it feels like my team is just getting way too dated here to be competitive. Plus, my lack of skill against the sweaty players is not helping. 6,000 likes. Love to see it. Do I like the Seahawks? Indeed, I do. Yep, I'm a Seattle fan. I don't usually wear a hat inside, but Funaki redeemed the hats. We call it the hats off redeem over on the Twitch chat, but it's really put your, pick a hat and put it on. So we were wearing the hat for Funaki. Let's take this drive and see if we can score a touchdown. All right, so coach adjustment. Deep pass catching, aggressive. Let's try that. Although I don't know if I'm going to get another wide open crack like we did with Kenneth Walker there. I hate when the pass icons start to disappear when the momentum is too shifted to your opponent. It's like, yeah, I'm having a hard enough time here with the game. Let's start taking away some of the visual indicators that I was using. I was going to try to load that up for Okoye against his user, but I think he would have had me. Whoever he's using is activated there. Try sliding the line and see if that helps. All right, that's the ball game. Not sure if I know who that is. Wild Man. Seemed like a good card. All right, good game to the Kansas City guy. Let's see who's on Twitch. I'll send you guys out on the raid. Should see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get on in the afternoon, but at least Sunday I intend to do a pretty long stream. Probably lead you guys up to the conference championship games. Let me quick sell a few cards, and then we'll raid out here in just a minute. I am going to try opening some of those mystery packs real fast. So you double tap the bottom, you throw to the fake, the throw. Yeah, OG, I definitely don't know what you're trying to tell me. But I'm still really confused as to why, if I hit square, right, when the ball's in the air, hit square, you know, if you hit triangle, it's aggressive catch. I hit square, it's supposed to be run after the catch. I get so many guys to just get the ball and they just sink right down to the turf. Like, Kenneth Walker seemed to be wide open there. And I'm not saying I'm not doing something wrong with my usering, but it just feels like the mechanic doesn't work the way it should this year. It sounded like he might have been telling me to double tap the receiver icon to pump fake to them. Yeah, it could be one of those deals where we're just not understanding one another too. I may still need that Banks card. I don't think I meant to sub that one out. I'm going to quick sell all this stuff, and I'll buy some mystery packs for us to send us off. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and being a part of the stream. Please be sure to follow. If you haven't done so, you can follow, like, and share there on TikTok while we're still live. If you're on TikTok as well, you can access my link tree by clicking on the profile and yeah, click in the link tree and then connect with us on all the platforms. Love it when you guys come into the Discord server and hang out with us. Yeah, I hope they'll do good next season as well. So I think you guys said those mystery packs are like 8,500, so we should be able to get 4 of them or so. Let's see. Into the store. And we'll see if we get lucky. Here we go on the mystery pack tour. The magical mystery ride with your buddy Danielle Freak. All right, got a pro playmaker pack. I'm going to dismiss them. We're going to milk this for as much as we can. And then the next pack is going to be a Star Elite pack. And I think I can only afford one more. Would have needed 1,600. But we may recycle some of the stuff out of here. Might get one more beyond that. Cookin', I told you that a long time ago. You're coming back like 20 minutes later, but yeah, I thought your arguments were ignorant, Cookin', and I don't think you ever bothered to follow the stream. You've hung out all night and just kind of been soft trolling was my read on you. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe you genuinely enjoyed the stream, but you haven't added much of a constructive nature. So I'll go ahead and mute you for the next 5 minutes. If you follow and come in on the next live, that's great. If not, wish you all the best. And of course, I'll be rooting against your Niners, but if they win, you should definitely enjoy it and enjoy the run up to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Tippus is saying do better, hot dog water, and I agree with that. OG Aka, thank you very much for following, buddy. Definitely appreciate that. Lewis, thanks for following. Pro Playmaker pack so far, it's been a dud. Tyreek Hill could have been worse. That probably has a little bit of value. I'll go and quick sell something out of one of these packs so we can get one more mystery pack out of there. I don't really know what we're hoping for out of the mystery pack. I didn't mean to spoil it. I just meant to see how much that would be worth. Alright, so that's not going to be worth anything. Alright, so that'll get us to another mystery pack. So that was obviously not that great of a pack, right? Alright, here we go. Playmaker pack, T. Higgins, Mark Andrews. I know people like to wait till the limited cards are available to rip packs, but I usually just rip them whenever I'm on for you guys' entertainment too. It's not that serious to me. Rooting for the Lions is, yeah. Hey, you and I both. I think most Seattle fans are rooting for the Lions. But I expect San Francisco to win that game. Then again, I expected them to take care of business against Green Bay, and Green Bay was really close. So we'll see what happens. All right, one more trading pack. The mystery tour stops here, I think. We'll see what comes out of here. We haven't broke 90 on any of these cards, right? It's kind of late in the year to be pulling so many 80s. Like, come on. Let's crank up the the odds here. All right, so Star Elite pack. I needed that 70 overall. He'll be our new strong safety. We'll get Gilbert Brown, and last not least, Rob Gronkowski, 80 overall. So yeah, we got a little Gronk action. All right, everybody, please be sure to follow everywhere. I see SW Boston is on. Enjoyed him and his company the other day. He played squads with us. He's friends of Shano, so we'll raid Boston for anybody that's hanging out there. That has to be the worst pack to get. I agree with you. That pack just seems like such a dead pack. Everybody have a great weekend. Appreciate you guys. Good luck to all your rooting interest. I'll be sure to get in some Underdog fantasy plays. If you haven't signed up for Underdog, be sure to do so and use my creator code. It's DYF. They'll give you a $100 matching deposit bonus. But we'll be sure to get some higher or lower, some pick'ems in. They're not called prop bets, but they're pick'ems over on Underdog for the championship games, and we'll do a nice run up to the games Sunday morning for sure. I might jump back on in the afternoon. Just depends how the day goes here after basketball. So I'm gonna go get a little rest. I hope you guys do as well, or go hang out all night with the SW Boston. Here we go on the raid. Peace out to Bama, Tippus, and all the buddies lurking on Twitch. YouTube friends, please be sure to subscribe.